Okay, so there's probably a few of you that have been watching my recent 5-minute guides to both the Devastator and P-51, wondering how many aircraft do I plan to cover exactly, in what kind of style, and where do the submissions that you've put in the comments go? Well, the submissions go where they fit. Damodoc82 on the TBD Devastator put in a submission for the Warhawk, and now it's in the second season for the Allison Anthology when I cover a bunch of aircraft that used the Allison V1710 engine. Another person, Ted Vazani, I believe his name was, yes, put in a request for both the SB-2C Helldiver, which has been put in for Season 8 of the Pacific Pioneers, a bunch of US naval aircraft, and for the A-20 Havoc, put into ground pounders, because, well, it was an attacker. So, yeah, submissions will be put in where I see them fit. If not, they'll become their own special episode and no real season. And should note that if a season goes over 10 episodes, I don't plan to extend it, so each season has a maximum of 10 episodes to prevent me from going way into depth into, like, a ludicrous amount of experimental Japanese aircraft that they were making towards the end of the war. Or a bunch of Russian aircraft that only flew once, crashed, and were never worked on again. So yeah, that's kind of the setup I have. And if you're wondering how far in terms of scope I'm going, well, I've got everything from early American fighters like the P-40 all the way up to, if we scroll down here, F-104 Starfighter, F-105 Thunder Chief, and the English Electric Lightning. Yeah, there's a few aircraft in here from the future. Yeah, I basically plan to go all the way to Vietnam and then cut off there because there are other channels that focus on the more future stuff, or the more modern stuff, I should say, not the future. And those channels do a lot better at explaining those things because they actually know what they're talking about when it comes to modern aircraft. Me, I'm most familiar with old World War II and early generation jet fighters. So yeah, that's the setup I've got, and there's one or two oddball videos, such as one video in Season 6 for the Night Owls, Episode 3, The Many German Night Fighters. And I'm doing that because Germany made so many different modifications of aircraft to become night fighters. Like, there's one for the Ju-88, there's one for the Bf-109, I'm pretty sure. There's one for the Bf-110, there's one for the Me-262. There are so many different German night fighters that putting them into one video would just be a lot better. Because honestly, as soon as Germany discovered that they could use radar for aircraft and use them as night fighters, they just put that stuff on everything. So yeah, a few oddball episodes, but yeah, that's basically it. And so I'll see you next time. This is Lekagler signing off.